What's going on, everybody? I'm Daniel Treviso, and today we're doing Velvet Revolver-Slither. Alright, before we get started, I want to let you know that I'm a Skype guitar instructor, meaning that I give one-on-one webcam lessons online. So if you're trying to learn another song, or you're having trouble with chords, or scales, or solos, or anything like that, reach me at mountedsideguitar.com. We'll set up a free Skype consultation and get you going where you want to go on your guitar. Okay, for this song, it's going to be in drop D tuning, meaning you take the 6th string and you tune it from E down to D, just like this. So I'm going to match my 4th string to my 6th string, okay? Or actually, I should say I'm going to match my 6th string to my 4th string, because they're both going to be D. Once you do that, we'll go and get started with that, with the song. Okay, so now for this song, I gotta let you know that Slither almost didn't get made, actually. Slash had to bring it up to the guys 3 times, and on the 3rd try, he finally convinced them to actually make this into a song. So that would have been something if this song didn't get made, because it's just a heavy riff. I love that riff. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get that close-up ready. Go ahead and tune your guitar down. We'll get started with the first riff. Okay, the first riff could be used for the beginning, the opening, and then the chorus, because it's the same chords, okay? So what we're doing here is we're going D major with the distortion. If you don't have a distortion, you can still play the song, no big deal. Then the C major. Then to G major, but we don't have the 6th string G note. We start on the 5th string over here. And then back to G. Back to D. Okay, so with that being said, you could do it like this. You could strum the chord, then you could palm mute it at the top. Okay, so it's going to go like this. See how I did that? G. Back to D. Okay, so now that we're explaining, I'm going to turn this off on the distortion just so it's a little easier to hear me. What I'm doing is I'm just going D major. I keep saying G for some reason. D major. Then you're palm muting it by holding the side of your hand right before you hit that saddle on your guitar, or the bridge area right here. This is my saddle. This is my bridge in my case. So I'm putting them right in front of that saddle where I get this hum. If I go too far up, you get like a muted sound. But if you keep plucking and you pull your hand back, you're gonna get that mute I'm talking about, that growl. Okay, so what you do is you strum the chord once, then you hit that growl part. Now notice I'm taking my hands off the chord and I'm doing the strum, and then when I need to strum the chord, I put the fingers back. Okay, so G major, D major, back to the last note. The last note is the same as the beginning note, D and D. Okay, so here it is one more time. D major, C major, G major, D major. Remember, like I said, you could use this for the beginning and for the chorus. Alright, I really dig this next riff. It's just a heavy riff. You know, when people hear you play that, they just look at you like, yeah, man, that's rock and roll. You know, that's heavy. I dig that. Okay, and it's just a riff that you can just play over and over and never get tired of it. So what are we doing here? Okay, I'm hitting the 5th, the 6th, the 5th, and the 4th strings all the time, no matter what. And keep in mind, you're always going to be coming back to those strings open. Okay, so what are we doing? I'm going to walk it up first. So it's going to go 0, 3, 4, 0, 6, 7, 0, 10. One more time. That's 0, 3, 4, 0, 6, 7, 0, 10. One more time. Okay, so now once you hit that, you're going to go to 0, 6 7 0 5 0 3 4. One more time. That's 0 6 7 0 5 0 3 4, and that's the walking down part. One more time. Oops, one more time. Now here we go. So putting them together, it sounds like this. I'm going to do it now at regular pace. One more time. Okay, so once you get good at that, well, you can move on to the next part. Just practice that for a little bit, and now we got a debate going on here about how Slash plays this part overall. Because sometimes he does a slide in the 6-7. It's always in the 6-7 area. Like that, he'll slide into it. Sometimes he'll hammer on, where you pluck it once and you just put the other finger down. And sometimes he just plucks it. So you can do all three. Me personally, I just like to jam on that riff down, 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 down. So I don't personally really put those other two in there. But there's slight differences, and sometimes people like that. They want to know exactly what he's doing. So I understand. But I just like to jam on it down. Okay, so once you do that 3 times, that riff 3 times, then you hear a little part like this. Okay, so what is he doing there? He's just using the 4th string, the D string, and he's doing the same riff. But instead he stops on 3 and he doesn't hit the 4. Another thing you could do to add to that is you can add a pitch harmonic. The pitch harmonic means this. You're going to hear it kind of sound kind of nasally. He's also using another effect, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So here's how it's going to sound with just a pinch harmonic. See that squeal? Sometimes it takes a little time. You got to find the sweet spot on your guitar. It sounds different than this though. What I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of the pick and a little bit of my thumb. It's kind of a weird mix, but you're plucking with the pick and the thumb at the same time. I'm going to have to make another video on it, okay? So I'll make a video on that. Go ahead and leave in the comments if you want that video, and I'll go ahead and do it from there. Okay, so like I said, you're going to play that riff 3 times, and you're going to go into that little... And like I said, you can add the pinch harmonic to it, or you can just play it straight. It's really your choice. Okay, now once you get used to the riff open, the only thing you got to do for the verse is you got to do it palm muted. Except the end, okay? So it's the same riff, but now at the end you open up for these 2 notes. And it's more of like a highlight for the end, okay? So I'm going to just dive in a little bit more on the palm mute part. What we're doing again is if you were to just start plucking over here and holding down the 6th, 5th, and 4th string, 6, 5, 4, you want to get this mute, this hum. How do you find it? Well, if you take your hand more forward and try to get it, you're going to get like a nasal kind of percussion note. Okay? So if you keep doing that and plucking and just pull your hand back, you'll hear that hum, but don't push down too hard on those strings. You want to keep those hands, or your hand, with the side of the palm of your pinky area, pushing down on those strings. So it's going to go like this. And you're looking for that mute, that palm mute. So once you have that, you just do this. Remember, last 2 are open. Okay, so putting it together sounds like this. And then it goes back into that main open part of the riff, or that heavy part, okay? Okay, and the last thing we're going to learn today is going to be this little solo part. Okay, so that one's actually, it's, you know, it's a little bit of a challenge if you're not used to playing these types of things. Notice how I slid into it. Don't worry about the slide at the beginning. Don't worry about that little piece. Let's go ahead and just take that out. And let's start over here on fret 12 with the third finger. And it's going to be on the 4th string. Fret 12, 3rd finger, 4th string. You're going to pluck it once. Then you're going to go to 3rd string, 10 and 11. I also do alternate picking usually. Sometimes I do just pure downs though. It's really your choice. Okay, so now after you do that, 12, 10, 11, you're going to go down one more string. Actually, not down. You're going to, technically it's down. You're going back, I should say, to your D note. So it's going back to this D note on 12. Then you're going to 9 with the 1st finger on the 2nd string, and you're plucking it once and sliding to 10. Hear that? So 2 parts. One right here. Second part. Put them together. Back to D. Notice you're always going back to this note now. I go pinky to fret 13 on the 2nd string. Let me get you that far. Then you go back to, what's that right there? You tell me. That's going to be 9 to 10. So we got this so far. Back to D. But now we go right under. You're going to flick your 3rd finger to the 3rd string on the 12th fret. Then you're going to end it by going back to D to 10 on the 3rd string. So here's one little part you can practice. And that's the ending. Let me put that all together for you. One more time. Alright, and that is it for this guitar lesson video. You can always like, comment, and share this video. You can always subscribe to my channel, Mountainside Guitar. Join me on Facebook. I'm also now on Twitter. I really do appreciate you watching. And once again, my name is Daniel Treviso. I'm a Skype guitar instructor. So if you're looking to take one-on-one webcam lessons online, you know, for maybe a specific reason, a specific song you're trying to learn, skill, technique, chords, scales, whatever it may be, let me know by dropping me a line at mountainsideguitar.com, and just shoot me an email and we'll set up a free Skype consultation and get you going where you need to go on your guitar. Once again, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next